Spoilers, Catching Fire, that's your warning. Now, I'm gonna talk about Catching Fire in this video, but I'm gonna put out a warning right now. I'm definitely gonna go into Mockingjay spoilers as well, so if you don't want that spoiled, don't watch this video, or I'll probably throw up a warning when I start talking about Mockingjay, so just look out for that, because I don't want to spoil things for people that they don't want spoiled if they haven't read the books. And moving on, Catching Fire, I loved the movie. I thought it was a great adaptation of the book. I felt like the main ideas of the book were portrayed very well on screen. And I want to talk about things compared to the book in this review and certain things that I liked and disliked. Like, for example, I didn't mind how they took out certain subplots in this. Like, they took out the mayor's daughter, but they took her out of the first one too, so I didn't really expect her to be in this one. I didn't mind that, like, they took out certain scenes like that one with Katniss in the forest and seeing those kids, they're saying, oh, we're going to District 13. Those things are not necessary when you're adapting it to a movie, because that would kind of just... Honestly, I think that would have been a dead giveaway, like, oh, District 13, why are people talking about that? That might be something to go on to later on. I don't know. Finnick was a character I was worried about going into this movie. I didn't know how he was gonna do, the actor Sam Claflin. I don't know. The way he looked in the trailers, you didn't get to see him speak at all, so there was nothing for me to go on going into this movie other than his look. I thought he had a pretty good look for Finnick, but I don't know. I hadn't heard of him, so I really didn't know what to expect. I expected the worst, but hoped for the best. And I got the best. I thought he was great in this movie. He portrayed Finnick's character so well, because Finnick was one of my favorite characters in the books. He's so cool. He's a really likable character in the books, especially when you get into Mockingjay and things of that nature. I'm not talking about spoilers yet, but just certain things. And he was just such a cool character. I really wanted him to be portrayed well on the big screen, and he was. That was just something that got the movie a lot of points from me. And just overall, the movie, I just loved that whole last, like, hour or so of the movie with the entire games. They did the games so well. The cornucopia looked beautiful. That starting area, it was amazing. And they had all of the traps that they had to deal with, like the fog and the baboons and the blood rain and the giant wave. Jesus Christ. Yeah, the giant wave. And some of those things I didn't quite remember from the books, but as soon as they mentioned it or as soon as I saw them, I was like, oh shit, yeah, this is what's happening now. Like, I'd totally forgotten that part where they used Prim's voice against Katniss and then they got trapped in that section. That part was, that was intense. And just throughout these games, I was just waiting because I just wanted to see the ending. I wanted to see that portrayed extremely well. I wanted to see it, and I did, and when it finally happened, my heart was racing. It was pounding out of my chest. I loved it. It was portrayed so well, except for one thing. Now, I loved the movie, and this didn't really detract anything from it. It just kind of bugged me. In the books, the way it ends is Gale says, Katniss, there is no District 12. And then that's it. It's a cut to black, it's over. This one, Gale says that, you know, Katniss, there is no District 12, but then they cut to her face, and then you get that, oh, she's pissed off look. I just felt like that was not necessary. It was just, I know it was only a few seconds, and it really didn't seem like much, but to me, I like the way the book ended it better. Now, I'm gonna talk about Mockingjay a bit, because I want to, and I feel like the way they're doing these movies lends well to Mockingjay, because Mockingjay as a book, as a whole, do I have lung cancer? I better start selling meth. Mockingjay as a book, I get why people don't like it. I get it, because Katniss is sidelined a lot throughout that book, and having it all from her point of view kind of detracts from it. That's why I like these movies a little bit. I don't like them necessarily more than the books, because the books are a lot more detailed and they go into depth of Katniss's mind and what she's thinking, but the movies have something on the books that I think makes them better in a sense. Because the books, It's all from Katniss's point of view, and you don't get to see anything else ever. In the movies, you sometimes get to see certain things from different characters' point of view, which broadens the movie and shows you how different characters react to certain things. Like, I really loved President Snow and Plutarch talking. I really enjoyed that because you never got to see that in the books, and it was expanded upon in this movie, and it made it feel more like a complete experience. And I think that lends well to Mockingjay, because there are just certain times in Mockingjay where you're just sitting there from Katniss's point of view. It's like, oh, she's just here. I want to see Gale and all those guys going to fight the Capitol and get PETA back. I actually, not necessarily I want to see this, but I think it would be interesting if they showed PETA getting tortured and maybe, Joanna as well. Just things like that. I definitely want to see more from the Capitol's point of view in Mockingjay especially, because I want to know how they're reacting to these situations, what they're doing exactly, how they're plotting to stop this rebellion. Because you see, almost, I feel like, too much of the rebellion. Like, you just see certain little mundane things in the book that don't really matter that much. Nevertheless, I liked Mockingjay as a book, and I think that the way the movies are set up lends to expanding upon that universe, because you don't have to have everything from Katniss's point of view. I still don't know how they're gonna handle that ending. I really don't get the ending. Not that I don't get it. I get what happened. It was a clusterfuck. I don't know how they're gonna handle that. That's a completely different video for a different day, but nevertheless, what'd you guys think of Catching Fire? Any spoilers you want, put them below. I guess put spoilers for Mockingjay below if you want, so that's a minefield. Write your beautiful comments down there and tell me what you think. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button down there, because if you don't, wow. I kill myself, right?